Brandon, we always talk quite a bit about Auburn football each week, obviously, but there was plenty of other news in Auburn's other sports, where in basketball, which opens with the first of 2 exhibitions on Friday night with Brevard College, 3 guards down, and the most notable being Taj Shamsuddin, had 2 shoulder surgeries in February and March, separates his shoulder again.
Yeah, you just got to feel for the kid. I mean, gosh, he suffered through that throughout last season, had those 2 shoulder surgeries, thought everything was going to be okay, and now he's had another separation. He's going to be out for a while, and a guy that they not only was going to expect to contribute, but, I mean, this is a guy who's going to play probably 30 minutes a game, possibly.
Yeah.
And is a big-time leader, plays his guts out, and it's just, you know, it's exhibition season. The season doesn't open until November 13th, but it's a big loss here early in the year that they can't really afford. And they've got 2 more guys hurt, including one guy we expect to contribute a lot too.
Yeah, and Bryce Brown, a true freshman who most figured that he would probably be the one to fill in for Taj, quite frankly. Now, he is doubtful for Friday's game in the exhibition. We'll see about the rest of the season. It sounds like some back soreness is the issue there. I don't know if that's going to be anything for the long term, certainly by long term. I mean, even past the exhibition, he could be fine for the second exhibition. But for this exhibition game, this could be an awfully thin lineup between Taj being out, Bryce Brown, who was probably the first guy up to fill in for him, and TJ Lang, who's also out, a sprained MCL. He's out indefinitely. That's a longer period of time for him. That's another guy in the guard rotation. This lineup could be awfully thin. It could be a big lineup, frankly, where, all right, you're going to see plenty of true freshmen, which in an exhibition you expected to see anyway. The thing is, you might see walk-ons after that, because this was a team that was deeper, 2 or 3, it is deeper, it still is, these injuries aside. But because of these injuries, the deeper team just got a lot thinner. And
it affects the way they play. They want to play more up-tempo this year, obviously, and if you just don't have the bodies to do that and you have to play a bigger lineup, not going to be able to do that. So, going to be very interesting. Meanwhile, over at softball, 2 big injuries there at the shortstop position, James.
Yeah, and with a season's all-year starter and Haley Fagan at shortstop, she is out with an ACL tear, and as well with Casey Bogards, also shortstop, out with what is believed to be a ligament situation in one of her knees. Now, she had her surgery already. Haley Fagan is yet to have her surgery as of Wednesday night, and we'll see exactly what happens. We've got ways to go until softball comes around season-wise. They're wrapping up fall ball this weekend. It would be pretty wild-eyed optimistic to think that either of them could return for the very start of the season. Just in general, ACLs usually take somewhere in the 6 to 9 month range. At the extreme low end, you're talking 4 months, so it's possible, certainly. It's not to say they can't, but that would be very difficult to pull off for the first week in February for either player. But that next player up, they have some others they're looking at, obviously, in Whitney Jordan, who contributed a little bit last year, and a true freshman in Casey McCracken, who's getting some looks right now at softball at that shortstop spot. But that was a pretty consistent performer in Fagan, and a pretty big bat, in particular in the postseason run, who's out of it in softball. And in baseball, some new names joining Butch Thompson's staff.
Yeah, Doug Sisson and Brad Bohannon, veteran coaches from the minor leagues, obviously, and Brad Bohannon being a guy who has been with Kentucky for the past 12 years. So guys that Butch Thompson's known throughout his career, and brings him on board to kind of help turn everything around and heal some wounds to help out that program.